Andrew Ziplo, Thomas Dolger, Olivia DePoy, Rachel Greenspan, Eli Shakian, TJ Cook, and Connor Croft is changing out of his blue man costume shortly.
No, he's not blue man.
No, I blew it. I blew it. I'm sorry. Just kidding. All right. Anyway, so for our first game, we're gonna play the good, the bad, and the ugly. It was a favorite from last show in January. It's gonna feature Olivia, Rachel, and Zip.
Alright, so how this game works is we take advice from the audience, and Olivia will give you a good response, Rachel will give you a bad response, and Andrew will give you just a straight up weird, horrible response. So feel free to ask questions when we ask to do so. Alright, here we go. Hello! Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. As you already know, I'm Thomas Dolger, as I just said. Anyways, we have three panelists here today. What's your name?
I'm Becky.
All right, that's Becky.
Slurpee.
I don't really know how to say that. Right?
Is this like the SATs where if I guess wrong, I get a point off?
No, this is a game show. You need to know your name.
I guess I'll have to guess. Tom. Damn it. Rocco.
All right. Apparently that's Rocco. Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask our panel? No, really, guys, don't be shy.
One brave soul.
Questions? Come on.
All right, Harry, I'll move on.
Confused by the plotline of Game of Thrones. Can you explain it?
Okay. Harry's confused by Game of Thrones. Becky, what should he do?
Well, I mean, personally, I don't watch Game of Thrones. But if I did, and I didn't understand it, which would most likely happen, I would look it up on the Wikipedia. And that usually gives you pretty correct responses to most of my questions. I know I look everything up on the Wikipedia. So there you go. Here's the internet.
Schlarpy.
Like, think what you mean by Game of Thrones. You kind of mean a board game where you would actually have a throne on a piece of paper. You have to sit on the throne and not break the paper. So what I would do, I would get a mattress pad. I'd put it on the chair. You know, shopping, and it should be good.
All right, and Rocco, your advice?
I mean, I remember my first episode of Game of Thrones. It was pretty simple. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's about this girl named Carla, okay? So she's in this high school, whatever. She's normal. But wait, she starts a web show. And, that's the plot of Game of Thrones.
All right, any other questions? Thanks, Harry, for the first one. Yeah.
I don't know what haircut to pick. What is the most stylish haircut?
All right. Becky, what's the most stylish haircut for our lovely
Well, a lot of times, you never know, what'll go good with your face. So, sometimes you just have to go out on a limb. I just stopped putting my hair on together, but that's another story. You have to maybe look it up on the internet. That's stylish. Look up what's stylish, or look up different hairstyles that you think will work for your face. And a lot of times look at celebrities and just go to the hairstylist and be like, yo, I want to look like this. And it'll happen.
All right, Slurpee.
What? This is what I did last time I didn't know what to do to my hair. You chop some of it off. You go to school the next day, you walk down the halls, you owned it. You walk to the first group of guys you see, and you say, hi boys, do you like the hairstyle? If the answer is no, you gotta change it. If the answer is yes, you're good.
All right, Rocco, your response.
So every single person in the world should see a different hairstyle from you. So buy 3 billion pairs of glasses. Put different hairstyles on each lens, and put them on each person in the entire world.
Okay. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask?
Why doesn't communism work?
Okay. Becky, why does communism work?
Well, a lot of times the answer to questions appears on the internet. I don't know why, it just does. So what I would do is I would go to this really neat thing, it's called Google. And you type in, why does it? And a lot of times things will come up. And if communism works doesn't come up, then just keep typing until it comes up, and then you're good.
Alright, Slurpee, your response?
Well, to answer that question, I have to tell you a little story. So one time, I had this friend, a boyfriend. He was a boy, he was my friend. So we're just going for a walk down the street one day, and he says, "Why doesn't communism work?" So it's the same question you're asking, basically. I don't remember the answer I gave him at the time, so you're going to have to call him and ask him. And I don't remember his number or his name.
Alright, Rocco.
Looks like we got an idiot over here. Let's start off with the fact that communism is not a person. Communism cannot get a job. Therefore, communism cannot work.
We're going to take one last question for our panel of people.
Come on. You know you want to.
Yeah, Felipe.
Well, I was in a movie, and it was my first movie, but then all of a sudden fame came rushing in, and it's just overwhelming. People are stopping me on the street, and I don't know how to deal with it. How do you deal with overwhelming fame?
What should you do?
Well, as you can probably tell, I'm pretty overwhelmed with fame every day of my life. So what I did when I didn't know what to do is, this is going to sound crazy. I looked it up on the internet. Now what you have to do is try to go to a forum and you type in, "I am overwhelmed with fame," and then a lot of times people will respond to you. But my advice to you would be, maybe you can disguise yourself when you go out. You can range from just wearing a hat and glasses to, getting a new face. If that's what you're into, look one up on the internet. And then just take it to the search and be like, "Yo, I want to look like this."
Alright, Slurpee.
I know how you feel. I struggle with this myself because my boyfriend is the famous Justin Bieber. Not the one that's dating Selena Gomez, although she is my cousin. I'm talking about the Justin Bieber that lives in Ohio. Anyway, he is a professional snow cone baker. So we walk down the street and everyone says, "Give me a snow cone." And I say, "I can't make it." So what you gotta do is you gotta look at them in the eye. You gotta say, if someone says, "Give me your autograph," you gotta say, "Nope, Slurpee is out of business today."
And Rocco.
So I'm not sure if you know this about me or not, but I'm a big believer in the Jewish faith. When you say, "Hey, Rocco, what are your two favorite holidays?" Well, it's a tie. Hanukkah and Tupac Shakur. So, Tupac Shakur is a very weird holiday about this guy who's in a movie, and he gets struck with fame. Now, what does he do? I don't know, I never finished the end. So I can't answer you.
That was good.